Hey guys, week 3 is upon us. Hopefully by now you guys are kind of getting into the groove with the new plan, even though it's not much different than the out-season plan was. But I did tell you guys that I want to start getting in a habit of every Saturday or Sunday getting you guys one of these videos that gives you kind of something to start focusing on each week and start delivering to you guys some important messages that will help you ultimately prepare for Ironman. So this week, I'd like to focus kind of on two different things. The first saying, and you guys have heard me say it before, is practice makes permanent. Practice does not make perfect. So the old saying, practice makes perfect. If you're practicing incorrectly, you're not going to get to perfect. So we really need to replace that saying with practice makes permanent. So with that is the thought of now, even though I've been kind of asking you to do it throughout the year, now is when we really need to focus on doing the things correctly. And let's start with the swim. The swim, there's one of the most important things that's going to help you in the water at Ironman is being able to bilaterally breathe. And that's not sometime, that's all the time. So you really need to start working it into every single workout that we have twice a week. And if it's not natural, we need to practice now in a nice calm pool so that when you get to Ironman, it's going to be second nature to you guys. There were parts in the swim course that I had to breathe only out of my right side for 20 minutes, only out of my left side, or having to go back and forth depending on where the traffic was. So we really need to start making sure that every single workout is that we're practicing bilateral breathing. The other thing is no more taking that extra breath at the wall. No matter if you were doing flip turns, inverted turns, or just keeping your head in the water when you turn around is going to help practice that continual breathing. Because again, the day of Ironman, you're not going to be able to just sit up and be like, you'll get swam over. So we're going to start taking that extra breath out. Hopefully you've done it already. But even I'm a victim of it too. Sometimes when the breathing starts to get a little elevated, you want to grab that safety breath. So we really need to start eliminating that, and I can help you guys come up with different ways to get your breathing back under control once your heart rate starts to get elevated. So I'll give you guys some tools to help with that. With the bike, the most important thing is sticking to the plan. It's very easy to get out there and start noodling because that's probably what you've been doing in the past. Sometimes you go out for a long ride, and you kind of lose focus, and next thing you know, you're just kind of noodling out there. So on the bike, it's stay aero. One of the biggest speed gains that can be found on the bike is just staying aero and not sitting up and going on your brake hoods. So again, every single time you guys get out, let's stay aero as much as possible and start working on that flexibility in the neck and your lower back. And then when it comes to the run, it's again following the plan, making sure that we're not noodling on the run and that we're following the selected intervals and taking only the amount of break at zone 1, getting back up to zone 3, zone 4, and constantly pushing the cardiovascular system. Kind of the second thing that I wanted to hit on was that this all comes down to quality over quantity. One thing you'll see, and probably plans that you guys have followed in the past, are very vanilla. A lot of plans that are online that are free are very vanilla. It's go out and get a 5-hour ride and a 3-hour run, a 2-hour run, and it's just going out and going into zone 1 or zone 2. So it kind of goes back to what I just said, is you really stay focused on these plans in both the swim, the bike, and the run. They're designed with that in mind. It's the quality over the quantity. So even though our workouts aren't as long as maybe a friend of yours or a fellow coach that this plan is proven to work, and it's what the pros are starting to use. So you really need to trust the plan, follow it. Like I said, it's probably a new way of working out to you guys. So I think that the exciting thing about that is that your bodies are going to react really well to it. And I think you guys are going to start seeing your times come down, and you're going to become more comfortable at the starting line at future triathlons. So that's really about it for this week. So, just do your best. Keep it in mind that, no more breaths at the wall. The other thing is we're now at week 3. Our Illinois weather, although isn't the best, we really need to start practicing in all conditions. With the swim, we're probably only about 5 or 6 weeks away before we're going to start hitting Lake Michigan and practicing in race day conditions. But as far as the bike goes, always use your best judgment. I would never want you guys to go outside in a thunderstorm or when you feel conditions could be unsafe. But if it's drizzling or it's cold or it's windy or it's hot or it's humid, those are no longer excuses to stay inside and stay on the trainer or to miss a workout. And same with the run. The treadmill is a thing of the past. We really need to start getting out there again. If it's nighttime, if it's a thunderstorm and there's lightning, by all means you're not going outside. But we really need to start practicing in race day conditions and not looking for the perfect time of day to work out. So let's make sure that we're practicing in all different conditions, because I can tell you at Ironman last year, it was 50 degrees in the morning. It was very cold. I wasn't used to it, especially getting into water when it was 50 degrees. Also then hopping on the bike, soaking wet in cold conditions. So we really need to make sure that we're practicing everything. So I think that's about it. Like I said, every week we're going to have something to focus on. This week is going to be our last hard week in this section, and then next week it'll taper down a little bit. It has nothing to do with Galena. We're not going to be tapering for any B and C races, but it's just following the plan naturally, and it really works out for you guys with both Muncie and Galena, that they're both on our down weeks. So I think that's all. Keep checking in with me. Keep following your Ironman success maps. They will help you get to the starting line at Ironman in one piece with a happy relationship. And I think that's it, guys. If you have anything, let me know right away. Talk to you.